You know, looking at it, the G36 doesn't appear to be that old, does it? That's right up until you see the advert promoting HK's full plastic weapon system and you start to question your perception of time. Was it really that long ago? So with that in mind, I had to use the 1990s commercial music and retro filters for this one. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to my little channel. I'm Bada Bing, and if you loved the cool nostalgic vibes and have not yet subscribed to the channel, join me and become notified upon each new upload. To the YouTube staff, the amazing images you see in this video are of toys and are not real. Just wanted to settle that right from the offset. The only thing you'll see in this video that is real is my honest opinion on yet another airsoft product, and also my desire to choke to death while eating a giant pyramid of Toblerone. This is going to be another interesting video, and I do hope you enjoy your time here, so let's do this. The VFC G36 version 2 gas blowback rifle has been around for a few years at this point, with a temporary absence before VFC decided to re-release their HK plastic fantastic carbine, the G36C. Following the resurgence, I wanted to try one out and see what it was like in comparison to the WE Tech model. The VFC one? This has got some big shoes to fill, given the popularity and provenance of its low-budget rival. My focus on today's video is the aftermarket full-length barrel set by Clutch Precision. CP are a German-based upgrade manufacturer that produces excellent enhanced parts which aren't really found anywhere else. If you look at what they have to offer, they cover some interestingly niche platforms. Which is where I come around to their offering for the VFC G36C. If you wanted a fully licensed G36 gas blowback rifle in its full-length configuration, then Clutch Precision have answered the call with this kit. They sent me a sample from their initial production for me to take a look at and see what I thought of it, so thank you so much to Clutch Precision for this amazing opportunity. Included with the barrel set, we have the steel G36 flash hider, which looks excellent. On top of that, we have the steel outer barrel itself, which is coated in a grey phosphate coating. On the muzzle end, we find the industry standard 14mm negative thread and the correct barrel fluting. The tail end of the pipe features two threads which acts as barrel stabilizers, much like the original.
The bayonet is slid from the front over the flash hider and engages in the bayonet holder.
To make the G36 more faithful to the Bundeswehr rifle, they've included the bayonet ring, which is made from 6061 CNC aluminium. I don't know why it's not made of steel, could be a cost thing. The pin which secures the bayonet ring was extremely aggravating to fit because the tolerances are so tight, and it took me a good 15 to 20 minutes to seat the roll pin. Next is the steel gas block, which is lovingly coated in a black phosphate finish. They've done a good job at replicating the full-length gas piston. This includes the gas piston spring, piston rod, rectangular base, spacer, and the spring. Locking the barrel to the receiver, they've included a chunky steel barrel nut. Now this thing is made of number 45 steel and is further phosphate coated. These components are all finished to a high degree, and all of them are smooth to the touch, and echoes the strengths that goes hand in hand with VFC's externals. Amazingly, they provided the TDC hop-up adjuster, and this replaces the stock hop-up slider. I was also sent their hop-up chamber set, although, as it's an AEG spec hop-up chamber, I don't actually have one of those barrels lying around to install. CP also provided me with the steel barrel nut tool, and in an identical fashion with the gas block, the two-piece barrel nut wrench is phosphate coated in black too. Did it need to be? No. But it's amazing that they did. So this outer barrel arrangement just looks amazing, exceptionally well made and finished. Where you got the grey colour of the outer barrel, the steel outer barrel, and you got the bayonet ring. A little bit rattly, but yeah, it's on there. And the beautiful gas block here, it just looks gorgeous. And plus,
pull the push rod against spring pressure to the rear, pivot it aside and
the replicated full-length G36 gas piston assembly, which you can also replicate that reciprocation for the bolt carrier. Yeah, that is super cool. To make the G36 complete, I found a genuine HK handguard.
synthetic parts may be cleaned with water.
Unfortunately, the heat shield on the inside interferes with the gas block, but with some brute force I'm able to lock it into place and the connection is strong. I'm just going to have to install this off camera because I look like a complete weirdo trying to struggle to put this thing on. I'll be back. Despite the weight of the steel barrel kit, the platform in its entirety remains solid. There's no flexing or anything. Naturally, I couldn't simply call it a day and use the original carry handle because it is gash, isn't it? Doesn't look very good. Now, the real Henselt would have been ideal. However, they are ridiculously expensive, and in my opinion it's not really worthy due to the lame field of view and generally poor, outdated functionality. So, for the first time in years, I bought an airsoft clone.
The G36 aiming optics are integrated into the carrying handle.
Probably won't hold zero, but who cares, at least it will look the part, so let's get it on there. To make the G36 100%, I would need the full-length stock, although for me, personally, I quite like the one that came with the G36C anyway, so I'm keeping it in place. In regards to the inner barrel, they've included O-rings to centralise the internal barrel if you happen to be upgrading to a longer version which has those indexing points. As I do not have a replacement inner barrel to match the full G36 length, I'm just going to be using the original barrel. I will say though, it's probably best not going down that road. To avoid BB strikes within the barrel or the flash hider, I used black electrical tape. And as you see here, it's good at 50 meters as well as 70 meters with 3 2s. Going on 2-round burst or fully automatic will cause barrel strikes, so I would advise doing this setup justice with a longer inner barrel. The adjustable hop-up upgrade eliminates the inconsistencies of the original slider hop. Unfortunately, I broke the slider when prying it out of the receiver, so there really is no going back now. This upgrade includes 2 M3 screws, 6mm and 8mm. I've chosen to use the 6mm as this was enough to provide all the range of hop-up adjustment I needed. With 3 2s, I saw it had more than enough range of calibration to overhop those rounds at 70 meters, and that's still using the original rubber and inner barrel. I would be confident at setting my adjustment and never have concerns of it backing out. The stock slider, on the other hand, being altered without any effort at all, it's never filled me with confidence. So, what Clutch Precision have introduced is yet another handy improvement that would make this platform much more capable as a serious gaming GBBR. Because of the nature of that adjustment though, it is best when you pair it with a big old carry handle sight like this one, or the Knights Armament style iron sights either side here and here. With the original low profile carrying handle, it just gets in the way of making those rapid adjustments. The full G36 setup is complete, and I must say, it's sensational. I can't get over how rigid and reassuring this all feels, and you will love the kind of feeling that it gives you. And with the additional weight that this barrel set provides, it really does little to hinder the amazing recoil delivery. So when you engage targets with it, you feel like you're putting airsofters in the ground with every shot. It's great. YouTube staff, I don't mean that in a literal sense. This German beauty is not capable of such things. It's iconic, isn't it? And there's not too many airsofters these days that are adopting full-length rifles, and instead they're opting to use those short, compact carbines, and it's a pity. In 2024, one might be confused by seeing something like this length and mistaking it for a DMR. Are rifles really losing their appeal? As unpopular choices as they might be these days, when you do see someone else rocking a full-length blaster like this, there's that kind of mutual respect. I'm something of a rifleman myself, kind of thing. Clutch Precision did an amazing job on this barrel set, and there were no issues with fitting or having to alter any of the components to fit, besides the tolerances on the bayonet ring for the roll pin. Apart from that, the assembly was a piece of cake. The steel barrel nut wrench helped immensely, and it's not something one could just easily work around without one, like with the WE Tech G36 for example, where the barrel nut is just all exposed. Clutch Precision offer the entire set for an affordable price. Now, the VFC G36 is quite a cheap GBBR, if you can find the recent V2 that is. So one could build the standard issue Bundeswehr rifle for below £500 with a real handguard like mine. Or you could settle for a WE Tech G36E, and if you are on a lower budget, I would highly recommend that.
Is it classy enough?
If you're not on a budget though, and you want the absolute finest quality gas G36 in its full-length configuration, then this is something to consider.
And of course, classy.
And classy, yeah.
That's if you can find the VFC G36. I don't know where you're likely to get one now, so best of luck. Clutch are also coming online with a KA4 barrel set and an IDZ upper rail if you wanted a KSK style setup. Also in the pipeline, they have a G36 aluminium nozzle, steel bolt carrier, and most interestingly, a Stanag adapter to take VFC AR magazines. So, yet again, they're making this platform much more attractive for the wider airsoft audiences by utilising the most popular magazine choice. Speaking of those magazines, on the HRC Discord, they also teased a drum magazine that will make all the MG36 fans' dreams come true. And they're not just looking at making one of them, they're thinking about making two. Now, the first model is HPA only. Awfully good of them to think about those scuba divers. Now for the cool people, they're also looking for the other version featuring an internal gas tank, and hopefully we can see these coming out soon. A massive thanks to CP for providing this barrel set, and of course your continued support. It's just transformed this G36 into, well, look at it. It's just a beast, so thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video everyone. If you enjoyed the show, let me know by hitting the thumbs up. And if you'd like to show your support, sharing and subscribing helps me out a ton. You can also check out regular updates on my Facebook and Instagram, so check me out on there. So until next time, take care of yourselves. Catch you in a bit.